Prepare your brains.
Because the Oscars are coming. Why are you so hairy?
I'm insulted.
You really took offense to that.
So the Oscars are coming up, and we watch a lot of movies, so we're really excited.
Yay!
Woo!
Wait, we still have balloons.
Yeah, I was thinking the
Still have
same.
balloons.
Woo!
Let's frighten Bubby to death with balloons. Yay!
Super scary balloons.
I mean, why aren't we planning the Oscars?
Clearly, we're set designers.
Oh, I mean, I'm hoping to win this year for best set design.
Yes.
Okay. We really know the Oscars thoroughly. Every year we hold an Oscar party. It's really awesome, and we're probably gonna vlog it, so stay tuned for that. So at the party, we take this huge list of all of the categories and mark down who we think is going to be the winner in each category. Yeah, okay.
Who's gonna win?
Who's gonna win?
Wario. Wario is gonna win.
Wario is winning. Every best supporting actor.
Best director. End of video.
The video is just gonna be called Oscar Prediction. We've chosen 6 categories from all of the list, and we're gonna give you our predictions for who we think is gonna win them. Gonna win. We haven't seen all the films yet, but we've seen a bunch of stuff. What's our current Oscar score?
Our current score is 20, but we're trying to watch one a week until the Oscars approximately. So we'll have a few more by the time the actual Oscars happen.
Yeah, last year we had 22?
I was a little bit more than you. I think I was like 24
Yeah, that makes sense.
or something like that.
We will crush last year's scores and next year's scores.
Yeah.
All of the scores.
2017 us.
We're gonna be slightly less successful than this year.
So stay tuned for that. So we vote pretty differently. I'm 100% with my heart. And that's why I never win. I never win. Because basically I just vote for who I like the most. Not who you're supposed to vote for because these people are gonna win. I never vote for that. It's just who I feel like it. So my score at the end of the night is always fairly low.
But to be fair, I try to vote with my head and try to guess what people are actually gonna choose for the winner, and I never win either. So we have friends that win all the time. I don't know, maybe they're on the board.
So the first category we're gonna talk about is Best Supporting Actor. So my choice is Mark Ruffalo in Spotlight. So one of the reasons I really like Spotlight is because the performances were super real. They are based on real people and you can tell 100%. It doesn't feel exaggerated, it just feels like how you'd react. And his performance particularly caught me. I wasn't expecting that. Going in, you're not expecting the actors to be like the centerpiece of that movie because of the subject. I was expecting just like, you know, the drama behind the whole thing. But the performances were really good. That's why I chose Mark Ruffalo.
That's actually a really good choice. I chose Christian Bale from The Big Short for many of the same reasons. There's a lot of characters in that film, but he's basically the only character that's alone. All of the other characters are sort of paired off and can bounce off other characters, but he's just kind of there expressing sort of emotions and feelings and tics he does just without thinking, but he's doing it alone, which I found really interesting. So he's my pick. The second category is Best Supporting Actress. Now, this is one of the categories I've seen the less films from.
Same for me.
I just feel so, and same for the leading role actress. The films haven't come here yet. We just haven't gotten around to it yet. It's just so weird. I feel like my judgment is currently skewed on it.
Yeah, so that one might change for both of us depending.
I mean, everything might change.
Yeah, I mean, I changed like that for this.
But my choice is Jennifer Jason Leigh for Hateful Eight.
And I have the same, actually.
Which is rare.
Yeah.
I chose her because her character is sort of at the center of the film, but is such a weird character. She is grotesque in that film, and it's awesome and funny as well.
She plays the physical really well. and she's really creepy. When you saw her in a scene, you wanted to watch her. I found so.
I think she just should get it just based on getting hit in the face with so many liquids in the film.
Yeah. It must have not been fun on set.
You take a shower at the end of that day.
Yeah.
And by day, I mean all of the shoot.
So the third category is Best Actor in a Leading Role. My choice is Leonardo DiCaprio in The Revenant.
Same.
I suspected. I think everyone kind of feels that way about this. I'm championing Leonardo DiCaprio.
He needs to get it just so the internet can stop saying that.
Reddit will lose their minds. Honestly, I think he deserves it. This was an insane performance. He's alone most of the film. He's super captivating. He doesn't even have that much dialogue, frankly, but you're sucked in. He's the heart of that entire film for me.
I really like the fact that he plays a very physical role, but still is capable to you can feel the emotions. You'd almost feel like he has dialogue inside his head that he's saying. We're sort of getting that through the way he's moving and looking. I mean, he's earned it at this point.
Yes.
I always forget that he's called Leonardo. When you hear names with their last name all the time, and then you just hear the first name separately, it's very weird. I mean, at some point in his life, people were like, "Hey, Leonardo, can you go get a pizza?"
Oh, man. Do you think he likes Ninja Turtles?
I don't know.
That's something I'd like to know.
Probably not. The fourth category is Best Actress in a Leading Role. My pick for this category is Brie Larson from Room.
And I also have the same.
What? First of all, of the emotional range that you have in that film, things happening inside that it's not addressed with words. So you just see her behavior and emotional intensity and stuff, and that was really impressive.
She's really subtle and very dramatic simultaneously in this film. So I think the way her character is, it feels also pretty real, because I find like most of those kind of captive movie type things, it feels like at the end everything is fixed. And I appreciate that we get to kind of see how she would deal with something like that afterwards. And she portrayed kind of like depression really well. That was an incredible performance. So for the fifth category, we're going for Best Director. My choice is Adam McKay for The Big Short.
Me too!
My choice, honestly, is based on the fact that that subject is incredibly boring, and he made the film interesting to watch. I think that is a feat in itself, because you can tell he knows it's boring, he knows it's hard to understand, but he makes it super entertaining. You laugh, but the message is still clear.
Yeah, because I think even if you don't grasp all of the intense, economic words and stuff, you can still understand very well the film. It's visually interesting enough to keep you going, even if the subject is really dense and intense. Dense and intense. A slogan for someone. So overall, it was a tough undertaking, and I think it was a success. Really, that's what Best Direction is all about. So the sixth category is Best Picture.
Best Picture in a Leading Role.
Best Picture in a Leading Role. Spoiler alert, if you want to know nothing about the films that are nominated for Best Picture and you just want to skip this category, do it. We may mention some things that are not that spoilery, but if you want to know nothing that you might not want to know. So, skip to the end. Woo! Have you skipped yet? Have they skipped?
I mean, yes.
My choice for Best Picture is Room.
Really? Yeah. Me too.
Really? Really?
I just changed it too.
You just last minute changed it in your brain?
I last minute changed it. I was gonna go Spotlight, and the more I think about it, I think Room is
should get it, yeah. It takes the claustrophobia from the first part of the film and then the vast emptiness of the second part of the film. It just hits you so hard. And the characters are both hard to watch and endearing.
Yeah. So what's particularly impressive for me from this movie is how it creates an entire universe in a very small space. Because it is an entire universe for the child. I think visually it's very interesting. And we're basically stuck with the same three characters for the first huge chunk of the film. You do not get tired of seeing them. If anything, you feel for them even more the more the film goes on. And it just feels super real, which I find interesting for those types of movies because sometimes it can feel a little bit like rushed at the end.
In a way, you're sort of trapped there as well.
Yeah.
So I think you become sort of like the third person stuck in that space, and when it becomes super overwhelming coming out of it, you also feel overwhelmed.
Those are our picks for 6 of the categories for the Oscars this year. What do you guys think? Let us know your predictions down in the comments.
Thanks for watching. If you haven't seen our last video, you can click, you can click somewhere here. Whatever. There's a thing on the screen. Click on it. Our last video is the last books in season that Natalie did. It's cool. It's a bunch of sweet books in there, so go watch it. And don't forget to like and share and subscribe and send us mail. I don't know.
We don't have a P.O. box.
Bye. Bye.
I'm a tiny puppy, a tiny puppy. I'm a pup, a tiny puppy. This is what it's like having a dog, by the way, if you're interested.